Good morning, good morning. I was muted again, guys. Big up to all of you joining. It's your boy MarkN, MUFC fan. Sorry for the scruffy look. Just got out of the gym a little bit late. So, guys, I want to just come on and give you guys a little bit update on some of the transfer news and speculations happening. The possibilities are endless right now, and if you know, you know, guys, because there's a lot of players being linked to Manchester United in this moment. But it's very much possibilities that we're going to get some of the signings that we really need. And some signs, there might be a marquee signing inside, guys. So let's stay tuned for that information. What's really happening? Let's go. Let's see what's going on. And you know what, guys? Let's get right into the story. I got some buddies coming in. Maybe KennyFANtv will be joining me in a short. Hopefully he's in. And we will get some reactions, guys. So let's start with this bit of news coming in right now. And it's about Lenny Euro, guys. You know, there are reports that Lenny Euro has announced that he wants to sign for Real Madrid, but you know, you don't always get to sign for the club that you want to sign for. So it's one of those things, guys, where it's, you know, possibly the situation where we might be getting Lenny Euro, we might be signing him, and it might just be something that's going to happen very, very soon. Guys, stay tuned. Let's go through the information. Big up to you, Joe. If you want to come in, bro, you're welcome to join. I'm going to go through these stories, and if you want to react to them with me, come in and join me, my brother. Manchester United have sent a new proposal to Lille defender Euro for a summer transfer, according to Spanish publication AS. The Red Devils are in the market for a new centre-back this summer and have been linked with multiple players, including Euro. The club have reportedly made a proposal to sign the 18-year-old, but he has revealed his desire to play for Real Madrid. Lille won £59 million to part with their prized asset, and United could be willing to pay the reported fee. However, Euro seems determined for a move to the Bernabeu Stadium. Madrid are reluctant to pay more than £34 million to sign the centre-back. The European champions are optimistic about signing him for £25 to £30 million, given the strong will of the player whose contract expires in June next year. Man United look unlikely to sign Euro. The Red Devils have been closely following the progress of the French wonder kid, who had a fantastic breakthrough campaign in the league last term. The youngster had a passing accuracy of 92% with 63% of his duels won. He made 3 clearances per outing and 3.9 recoveries. The teenager has shown plenty of maturity. His early development can be compared to Rafael Varane before his move from RC Lens to Madrid. Los Blancos have the advantage, and United look set to miss out on Euro. They can change his stance, unless they can change his stance. Euro, who's very ambitious according to manager Paulo Fonseca, seems determined to join Madrid despite interest elsewhere. Madrid could step up their pursuit of Euro in the coming days, with Nacho apparently on the cusp of leaving on a free transfer to join Al Qadsiya. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let's hear what you have to say. Big up to you. Big up to you. I don't think he's coming, bro. Good morning, bro. I don't think he's coming as well. But, you know, you never know what could happen. Sometimes you don't always get to go to the club of your determination. You might have to go somewhere else and then maybe find a move there later on. So you never know what could happen. So I'm just keeping it open. I just wanted to bring the news and information to you guys. But there's another report coming out where it's Chelsea. Apparently, Chelsea is trying to make a hijack situation for one of the targets that we have been looking forward to. And guys, I'm talking about Aaron Anselmino. Aaron Anselmino is currently on the radar of Chelsea, who are reportedly set to make a bid. They have open talks and they have been trying to get into contact with him directly. However, Boca Juniors are expecting a bid from Manchester United, and let's get into the story. Boca Juniors are expecting a bid from Manchester United to compete with Chelsea for the signing of Aaron Anselmino, according to the Argentine outlet TYC Sports. The Red Devils have closely been following the 19-year-old since the start of the year, and it was claimed in March they could make a formal approach for him. However, Chelsea have moved first. The Blues have recently made an official bid worth £14 million, which is below the player's £20 million release clause. The transfer bid from the Blues appears irresistible for Boca, but they expect an offer from United. It's claimed that there's a concrete chance of that happening. United should make a move for Anselmino. United have been closely monitoring the youngster for some time, and he has made just 10 senior appearances, but his qualities have impressed the club's scouts. The 19-year-old is right-footed centre-back. He recently featured in Boca in the Copa Sudamerica, where his passing accuracy was about 88%. The youngster won 75% of his overall duels with 4 clearances and 5 recoveries per outing. He played just 2 games before suffering a hamstring injury. Anselmino has plenty of good defensive attributes. United could reportedly loan him out next season if they secure his services. Chelsea are likely to do the same. United should make an offer for Anselmino. They can't afford to miss out on this wonder kid after an extensive scouting period. Guys, what are your thoughts? And let's hear what KennyFAN has to say. He's in the background. Big up my brother from down under. What's good?
Big
What's
up to you.
good?
Big up to you. Yeah, yeah, it's been good, Mark. Yeah, it's been a yeah, it's been a yeah, it's been a very very eventful Euros 2024, and even including including the ICC World Cup T20 World Cup as well. And it was a massive relief for me when I watched India versus Australia. Yeah, when basically Travis had wicket was gone, I was massively relieved, and I was like, yeah, if I was like when literally Travis head was gone, I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, we are definitely going to win this, and yeah, we did. And I thought Australia did really well, like Mitchell Marsh and Travis had partnership as absolutely expected. They were good. And yeah, for the Euros 2024, yeah, you are right about this California guy. My goodness me, he reminds me a lot about Goncalo Inacio as well. And yeah, and yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, that young California, 34 million pounds, sign him up.
Seeing that you just mentioned Caliafori, you know I'm going to bring this to the stage. This is what I really wanted to talk about when I was talking about the other defenders before, because I'm super excited. I know some people are going to say you shouldn't be scouting guys from national team tournaments. But guys, don't forget to hit the like, because this piece of information right here, I've been saying this for the last week or two. From the first game I've seen him, I've been talking about him, and now, all of a sudden, there's some articles and reports. Big up to you, Berber. What's good, my brother?
Big
There's
up,
some
Baba.
article and reports coming out. Man United need to sign Calafiori. He's better than Brantwaite. Someone is copying my words. I'm pretty sure I said that exact same sentence, bro. You know what I mean? But let's get into the story and hear what this article has to say. Manchester United target Ricardo Calafiori delivered a fantastic all-round performance during Italy's dramatic 1-1 draw against Croatia at the 2024 European Championship last night. The 22-year-old had a fantastic season with Bologna in Serie A. He was an undisputed starter in their defense as they qualified for the Champions League against all odds. There's a versatile star has been tipped to pursue a bigger challenge this summer, and United could be interested in signing him in a deal worth £34 million. That is literally half of the price that we are fighting to pay for Jared Brantwaite at the current moment. At lowest, we may get Brantwaite for £50 million. And I'm saying to you, Manchester United scouts, if you're listening, go get this guy. Calafiori made the headlines for the wrong reasons after his own goal gifted Spain a win last week. But he made amends with an assist in the dying stages of the game against Croatia. With just seconds left on the clock, the centre-back made a superb long bursting run towards the opposition box unchallenged before laying the assist to Mattia Zaccani, equalizer. Calafiori also completed 93% of his passes and won all of his aerial duels. He made 5 clearances side 2 ball recoveries. Man United should consider signing the young Italian instead of Jared Brantwaite. He's already proven his credentials for club and country. Like the Everton ace, he's left-footed and can operate from both sides of central defense. Calafiori can also operate in the left-back position. With United wanting to strengthen their options, it appears a no-brainer in the decision to secure his signature. The former Basel man is a better option than Brantwaite. He has a passing accuracy of 92% last term, significantly higher than the Toffees defenders' 80%. That's a whole 12% difference. That's major when it comes to
That is
a team
massive.
wanting
Yeah,
to compete, guys. You know, from 80% to 92, bro. Who would you rather choose? And this guy is half the price. He was fantastic in the air with 71% of his aerial challenges won in the Serie A. Calafiori made more ball recoveries than Brantwaite, 6.5 to 5.2. Calafiori would just be a better acquisition than Brantwaite for United for a lesser fee. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know what you're thinking because you know what? I'm already sold on this guy and I don't want to seem like I'm just propping him alone. So let me know what you guys are thinking. What are your thoughts? Who do you think we should sign now that you are hearing those percentages? And you know me, Steffi, I don't like the stats thing, but I've been watching this guy. I watched a few of his games as Bologna, and then I watched him in the Euros because you know I'm an Italian fan. And this guy, he's just
fair
been
enough.
amazing me. His engine is the most amazing asset he has is that engine. The guy
Yeah,
seems like he's tireless. He doesn't stop running at top pace. In the 98th minute, he was chasing down a
he
defender
was chasing him as well. Correct.
right hand side of the field. He was chasing down a striker who came in on the 78th minute. Could you imagine that? And he caught him and he fouled him before he got to the line, the half line, just so that
Exactly.
there's no attack. This is what we call footballing intelligence, guys. Experience, understanding what you need to be done. You have to take one for the team in some situations to stop a possible attack that could lead to a goal.
True.
This guy
True.
knows exactly what he's doing. Being Italian, defensive work is going to be key. He's going to be very, very good defensively, as it has been shown. And I'm saying, guys, if you don't want to trust the tournament, just go look at the highlights of Bologna this season. He has been
He,
everything
he's really good. He's
positive
really good.
that has been going on in their defense. The amount of defensive, you know, it's like without him this season, I'm betting I could put my heart out and say Bologna would have finished in 8th place. That's how many critical chances that he stopped from being goals this season for Bologna. They could have finished 8th, but they're in a Champions League spot, guys. I would love to take him. Joe Blackman would love to take him as well. Sachev, I think I convinced him as well. And Stephanie, I'm telling you, we should swerve Branthwaite 100%. 34 million pounds. There's no even no need to negotiate. If we were going to pay 50, let's just go pay 34. End it, quickly. One time. Slap that 34 down. You can spend 16 and you can spend another 16 million. That's what 22, that's what 23 million euros. And you can get Anselmino and send him out on loan. And all that's all going to be done for 50 mil when you could have only got Brantwaite. Think about it, guys, and we still haven't given any add-ons yet. We haven't given any add-ons, which we will have to do for Brantwaite, guys.
Yeah,
What do
100%.
we should from the moment they say 70 mil, we should walk away.
We should walk away 100%. Yeah, we should stop like overpaying, like overpaying like the youngsters. Like we've been doing this for time, and it has been a stumbling block for years. And right now it's about this time, this season in the transfer market. We have to be creative. I've said this before. You know, like we have to sign like really unknown players that I'm not. See, California, I only know when I watched Spain versus Lee. I knew him only like few days ago when I actually watched his highlights. He was unreal. He just reminded me like very similar profile to Goncalo Inacio. Really same balance. Say like he has a really good similar standing tackles as well. Really, he has a really similar movements on the ball as well. Very similar. Like he doesn't have any weaknesses in my honest opinion. And he's only 6'2" as well. And we actually needed him for like free kicks, and we also needed him for corner kicks as well.
Yo, the guy is pretty good. I've watched him, and I've watched Brantwaite as much as I'm like, I'm. People might think I'm a hater. I watch a lot of Everton games just because we were in for Brantwaite, and I just wanted to
Yeah.
see what's so great about this guy. And ever since and I want to remind everyone, after the Man United game when Garnacho sat him down 4 times in the box,
Yeah,
he had
exactly.
a horrible next 8 games. And when I say a horrible next 8 game, he was one of the worst defenders at Everton until they played Liverpool. In the
Bro,
Liverpool game,
bro,
he had a
even
game, and I will
bro,
give him
even Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer skinned him alive in that game.
bro. I'm telling you, man, them. But you know what? Let's move on from that. I want to bring some other targets to the stage because I want to give you guys as much information as possible because I've been hearing a lot of things, getting a lot of bits, and some of it might be good. And guys, I've been talking about this guy for some months. You know, I've been saying it, and it's going to be a very, very interesting situation as Man United have just placed João Gomez as one of their midfield targets this summer. Why is that happening? Well, let's get into it. Manchester United have identified Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Joao Gomez as a transfer target this summer. Following a tumultuous season, United appear to be in desperate need of signing a holding midfielder who can help the team with the attacks building up while also dropping back to support his defense. And this guy, I'm telling you, he could be perfect for the role. While Casemiro has filled that role since arriving at the club 2 seasons ago, the Brazilian's form has dropped dramatically last season, rendering him unreliable. It now appears as if he might be heading out the door this summer, perhaps to Saudi Arabia. Sofian Amrabat was signed on loan from Fiorentina at the beginning of last season, with the Moroccan appearing set to be an alternative to the Brazilian. However, his performance was largely a mixed bag. It's now unclear whether United will look to keep him past his loan spell. Given the United's lack of options, the club seems set to try to find a midfield partner for Kobe Mainoo. Benfica star Joao Neves is one up-and-coming talent that United have been keeping their eye on. He recently rejected a contract offer from Benfica, handing United a significant boost, but his release clause seems to be beyond United's reach as of now. West Ham United's Edson Alvarez has also been linked with United. However, the Mexican captain suffered a troubling injury at the Copa America opening game, meaning United may have to rethink their approach should his setback be of a serious nature. United are continuing their search for the ideal midfielder, with journalist Ben Jacobs revealing to Give Me Sport that United now have their eye on Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Joao Gomez. We know about Joao Neves, the young 19-year-old midfielder is appreciated by Man United and also Arsenal, but Benfica expect 120 million euros release clause to be paid, so that one is a bit more problematic. There's Joao Gomez at Wolves, another name that Manchester United really like, Jacobs confirmed, asserting. So we are sort of seeing predominantly a recruitment approach in lots of positions at Manchester United towards proven Premier League quality. Gomez is quite physical presence at Wolves last season, making an average of 3.8 tackles per game in his 34 Premier League appearances, outpacing Casemiro's 3.3 tackles per game and far outperforming Amrabat, who only made 1.3 tackles per game. He also made 5.4 ball recoveries per match, again beating both Casemiro 5.3 and Amrabat 2.9. He was also the most effective of the three at possession one. He had an average of 0.8, while Casemiro had an Amrabat scored 0.1 and 0.2 respectively. Notably, Gomez
Wow.
earned a spot in Brazil's starting 11 for their opening Copa America match against Costa Rica last night. The Brazilian produced a classy performance in the goalless draw, completing 97% of his passes, 5 tackles, and also had a 100% dribbling rate. Not to mention that he won his only aerial duel of the night and 7 of 9 ground duels, according to SofaScore. Given his proven Premier League experience and suitable profile for a defensive midfield role, Gomez will no doubt be a player that United will want to keep an eye on as he continues his Copa America journey, specifically with an eye towards signing him for next season. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? I didn't know those stats, and when I heard them, it was shocking. Imagine how much better he was this season. And when I said to Papi yesterday, I said to him, I said, bro, Amrabat had a few good games. And he was like, bro, the dude was amazing. He made Kevin De Bruyne and this next guy want to come off the pitch. They couldn't touch him. And I was like, bro, he had a good game, but it wasn't all that. Look at the stats. The stats don't lie, bro. The stats don't lie. You know what I mean? As much as I love my eye test, bro, the stats make sense when you put it in the context of the games. No more underselling and no more overpaying. We've got to demonstrate we are serious 100%, guys. We cannot be doing this. I think we should leave Everton in the lurch. We've done so much nice business with this team in the past. Ashley Young. We've even more recently, James Garner for 10 million. And they're trying to take us to the cleaners. Bro. Listen,
Yeah,
miss me
exactly.
with these merchants, guys. Miss me with these merchants. Honestly, I don't know why we want Brantwaite so much. I don't have a clue either. Maybe
I
someone who has
might
a
as
little
well.
bit more football knowledge could come give me an explanation, but I don't see what's the value in Brantwaite. I cannot understand paying 70 million for a guy who's not better than all the other options that we are being linked to. Like every single option we're being linked to is better than this guy, and they're all cheaper. It's insane.
Exactly. True.
Big up to you, Metal Football TV, my bro. The link is
God
pinned in
bless.
the comments. If you want to come in, you can come in and talk some transfers. I know I have a story here I'm going to bring to you that's about your team as well. And you know what? Yo, Joe, I got to bring the stats, bro. These guys be telling me my sources ain't good. So I have to be coming with the stats now because when I tell them about my eye test, they don't believe me. Yo, I'm telling you, if we get this guy, Meta Football TV, you're gonna be crying when Spurs see Man United twice this season coming, bro. And you better hope we don't play in any cuffs because it's gonna be bad. And that guy is gonna be one of the best performers on the field. I'm telling you now, I can see it. I can see him wearing the red of United and looking like a baller, dominating stats
Yeah, he's a
going off
baller.
the chain performances on the eye test off the chain. The guy can play left or right center back, and he can play left back. Last night, he dominated at left back. He was the best
Yeah, he
defender
did.
at
Yeah.
Italy last night.
True.
100%, bro. And this dude has got pace for days and stamina for months. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. We need to have a guy who's ready, who we know is going to be physical, who we know is not going to be afraid to take tackles and to get himself into the thick of things.
Exactly. That
100%.
that's so
Well,
true.
I'm gonna bring another interesting development that's coming out right now. It's breaking right now all over the place. I don't know if the UK journalists have picked up on this as yet, but this story has been breaking and it's pretty interesting. I know some of you might not like it, but I'm thinking it could be something that might surprise us. And when you talk about squad depth, it might be interesting to have this guy. You don't want to have Bruno Fernandes the only 10 next season again. You want to give him some rest
I
because
will
we
be
have
mad.
four
I will
competitions to play in. And
be
this guy is going to be somewhere in the region of 3 and 10 million pounds. So guys, let's hear what's happening because Man United want to sign Dybala after a specific request from Eric Ten Hag. Manchester United are interested in signing the Roma attacker Paulo Dybala following a specific request from manager Eric Ten Hag. According to Im Masagro, the Red Devils have been linked with multiple forwards this summer, and Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee appears to be the priority target for the club's hierarchy. However, the Dutchman has yet to decide on his future. Amidst this, Masagro says claim United are eyeing a deal for Dybala. Dybala will enter the final year of his contract next month. He has a release clause worth £10 million, which becomes active from July onwards. Dybala would probably be a superb signing, guys. The Argentine has played most of his career from the second striker position, but he's also found success operating from the right wing during his time at Roma. The World Cup winner scored 16 goals and provided 10 assists across all competitions this season, despite missing 10 games with multiple niggles. Dybala would be a superb, cost-effective signing for the price mentioned. His wages are also reasonable at 114,000 per week and should not be a burden. The big question is whether Dybala would consider a move to the Premier League. His agent could be behind the speculation and maybe eyeing fresh contract talks. Dybala has been one of Roma's most influential players in the final third,
Final.
and it would be no surprise if the Rossi persuade him to stay with a new long-term contract. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think he would be a he would be a very good addition. I mean, he would be a really good he would be a good backup signing for for Bruno Fernandes. For me personally, yeah, he's a very good technical football player. Very well known from Juventus in the past. And yeah, he's been doing quite well also in AS Roma as well. So yeah, I wouldn't mind him actually. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't personally mind Paulo Dybala for like maybe a few years of deal. You know.
I just want to bring this back from my buddy Will. I see my buddy Will is popping in. Will, I just want to ask you this question, my brother. What do you think about this guy? This guy is 22 years old, left footed, could play left center back, right center back, and left back. And you have seen the engine on this guy last night, my brother. He's had an amazing
He's
season. He had an amazing season for Bologna last season. And let me just bring up his stats so you can see it on the screen, Will. You know, his stats in comparison to the Everton ace, right? The passing accuracy of both players last season: 92% for Calafiori, 80% for Branthwaite. His aerial duel percentage and challenges won at 71%, was 6.5 to Branthwaite's 5.2. Bro, let me know what you're thinking. He's about to be somewhere in the region of 34 million pounds. So should we sign him?
Yeah,
Thirty-four
he
million
already agreed
pounds,
to
my
it.
brother. 34 million pounds, bro. That's cheap. Half the price.
Twice the cheaper than even that Everton centre back. He's twice the cheap. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%
Will,
in him.
Well, I'm telling you,
Agree.
bro,
Yeah.
I was super impressed. Like I watched him in the first game. I thought he was pretty good. I watched him in the second game. He conceded that own goal, and I was like, yo, that's kind of tough. How is he gonna come back from that? But to come back from conceding an own goal to having a game like that, bro, that shows a very strong mentality as well. Sign him 1,000,000%. I'm telling you, take him. And Joe Blackman is saying I would take Dybala for 2 seasons for free. 100. Me too, bro. I would do it as well. And let's get into some of the major news because, as we know, talks are going, and there's a possibility we may not get Joshua Zirkzee as he might be on a move, or he might be trying to preferable to going to AC Milan. But let's hear the issues because there's been a report that's been coming out just now that there's a little bit more
Yeah.
than just that why we have not made this deal happen just as yet. So let me
Yeah.
just get
Yeah.
the story so I can read it for you guys. The wage demands are holding up Manchester United's move for Joshua Zirkzee. According to after scoring the fewest goals amongst the top 10 teams in the Premier League last season, it's imperative that INEOS try and rectify this problem in their first transfer window. Rasmus Højlund clearly needed help last term, with manager Erik ten Hag forced to rely on him heavily due to the absence of a quality alternative. Another with Anthony Martial leaving the club and Marcus Rashford's future up in the air, United need an elite striker to ease the burden on the Dane. Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee is reportedly the new favourite to land up at Old Trafford after a brilliant season in the Serie A, during which he netted 12 times while registering 7 assists and was placed in the top 1% for dribbles completed among his peers in Italy. Zirkzee talks are intensifying, guys. The Red Devils have agreed the commission amount with the striker's agent, and AC Milan are also resigned to losing the race, with the English Giants opening to trigger his release clause. As things stand, the only thing left to sort out are the player's wages and the length of his contract. This information comes courtesy the Daily Star, so take this with a pinch of salt. The report is revealing that United will be meeting the Dutch strikers' representatives within the next 48 hours to try and thrash out an agreement. Till a final agreement is reached, Xerxes, who's currently with the Netherlands national team at the Euros, is keeping his options open, with Arsenal also into the race. Manchester United are working overtime in a bid to sign the Netherlands star, Joshua Zirkzee, ahead of the top flight rivals Arsenal and Italian giants AC Milan. The United bosses have made it clear to Bologna they're prepared to meet the attacking midfield. The attacking players turn forward 34 million release clause, but with a host of clubs chasing his signature, Zirkzee is keeping his options open before deciding his next move. The new meeting in 48 hours. It's understood that United are locked in talks with the players' representatives about personal terms, but have not reached an agreement. Both parties are still apart on when it comes to the players' wages and length of contract, but further talks are planned in the next 48 hours. Xerxes is currently only on $22,115 per week, euros, as per
Euros.
the apology, and a substantial hike expected, but the amount remains to be decided. The former Champions League winner with Bayern Munich is ambitious and wants to lead the line for a top European club. It will be intriguing to see how he and Haaland operate if INEOS can pull off this sensational transfer. Guys, I don't know. I don't know the speculation on the total fee that he's probably asking for, but what I have heard is somewhere in the region of 150K a week, and I don't think United want to start him on that. I think they want to sign him for somewhere in the region of 90K per week, and then give an
Yeah,
option for an increase after 18 months or a possible breakout season.
absolutely.
So I don't
Absolutely.
know what's going on. Maybe you're right, Will, and he's using United for AC Milan to come in and get him. But at the
Could-
same time, guys, don't
He
forget
could
there's
be,
other options available. There's also
Mark,
Max
he could
Meyer.
be, Mark, he could be also planning to stay in his own current club as his own current club is currently in the UCL, so he could be playing for them, you know.
Yeah, he could be playing them to sign it to give him a bigger contract at Bologna as well. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see what is the final outcome after the next 48 hours, because it's been reported that that was yesterday when this news was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
released. So it's probably going to see something like this happen. But there's another wild card option. Yesterday I talked about Maximilian Bayer out of Hoffenheim, and today I'm going to talk about another striker, and the Niger boys should be happy about this one because it might just be the
Mm.
reason that we go in for this guy, because there have been some reports that Manchester United have been scouting this guy, Ademola Lookman, and we all know him from the Euros, carrying Nigeria straight through
Look,
to the
look,
championship.
yeah.
You know, the best player at the Euros. It's one of those things. It's really, really interesting. Ionol was saying after looking at his performance this season for Atalanta, it might be very interesting to go in and get him. We know he was at the Premier League before, wasn't really that successful, but you know what? Maybe he's finally found his rhythm, and maybe he can come back and, knowing what he knows from back then, have a better term. Manchester United and Liverpool are set to collide for the Europa League hero in Ademola Lookman, and this has been reports coming out recently. Goal scoring proved to be a difficult task for Manchester United last term, and with the Red Devils scoring only 5 goals more than relegated Luton Town, unlike his first season, which the wingers did an amazing job, Eric Ten Hag was majorly let down by his wide players last year, with Marcus Rashford scoring only 8 times. You know what I mean? The Dutchman also had a major falling out with Jadon Sancho, who spent the second half of the campaign out on loan to Borussia Dortmund and is expected to be sold to fund United's transfer business. Anthony's sophomore season in England turned out to be a disaster, and the club is reportedly keen on moving the Brazilian on, while the Mancunian's future remains up in the air as well. United eyeing Lookman, guys. Bringing in a versatile presence on the wings capable of scoring regularly would not be a bad shout. And Fajias has now claimed that the 20-time English League champions are looking at Atalanta's Ademola Lookman. Fierce rivals Liverpool and Chelsea are also in the race. Ademola Lookman, Atalanta's talented attacker, has caught the attention of several Premier League giants after his dazzling MVP performance in the Europa League final. With a starting price that could be around 60 million euros, his return to England is emerging as a real possibility. Clubs are interested in his services, including Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United, all of whom are willing to bid for the explosive striker. The Nigeria international scored 17 goals last term, including a breathtaking Europa League final hat trick and registered 10 assists. The former Everton star can play both flanks as well as up front on his own. With Ten Hag value versatility very highly, and he is capable of helping Rasmus Højlund, who looked like he needed help at times last season. Lookman on fire in the Serie A. He's a Premier League proven, and having represented the Toffees, Fulham, and Leicester City, and while he could not put his best foot forward on English top flight, his form has since moved to Serie A been hard to ignore. In 2 seasons in Italy, Lookman has scored 32 goals and 18 assists in 78 games. That's 50 goal contributions in 78 games. And was in the top 6% among his peers in Serie A for chances created and dribbles as per Footmob. He is defensively aware and helps with the press from the front, something Ten Hag prefers from his attackers. The 26-year-old would count as a homegrown product, something INEOS are looking for in their recruits. United have also great relations with the Bergamo-based outfit, having recruited Højlund and Amad Diallo from there as well. However, whether United can afford to pay 60 million remains to be seen, especially as the club needs to strengthen at the back and in the midfield. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I think this is an interesting shout, but it's one of those things where I feel like, it's not going to be a situation because he's very good. Yo, Manu Tata, Will has been cool, bro. Don't worry about Will. Will is the homie.
He's good.
He
He's good.
banters
Don't worry.
sometimes, but he's good, bro. Don't, relax. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? Big up, bro. Big up to you. Big up to you, GB. What's good? What's good, bro? How are you doing this morning? How are you doing? Big up to you, Ivan Perot, coming in. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yeah, Joe, I like the look of Lookman. Like, I watched him in the AFCON. I think he offers something interesting. I watched him at Atlanta, and I watched him in the Europa Cup, and he played pretty well. I think it might be an option we can be doing. It's not a bad choice. You know what I'm saying, guys? So the price for me is a little bit on the steep side. I don't know what Kenny is thinking, but other than that, I like the look of this guy. Kenny, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think. I think as for Lokman, yeah, for me personally, I thought he had a really good he had a really brilliant individual tournament for Nigeria, right? And he, and yeah he and yeah he could be I don't know. I don't know if we kind of buy him. Would he be on the bench? To be honest, if we somehow get him, or you're on mute. You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, I just needed to change my mic settings because I'm getting a lot of noise from outside right now. It's
Oh,
super hot,
okay.
bro. So I have to
Oh,
have the windows open.
no
They're
problem. No
servicing the
problem.
lines right now for the air conditioning, so I can't really turn that on right now. So
Oh,
I'm
cool,
sorry
cool,
for
cool,
the
cool.
noise in the background, guys. I'm sorry about that. But I'm gonna bring to you
Yeah,
guys, Berber, what are you saying, bro? Lookman is usually
yeah,
what I'm shouting at Rashmud. Yeah, that might be interesting, bro. You never know. You never know. But let me bring this guys to the story. You know what I mean? I know you guys know that I'm a fan of Jadon Sancho, but at the same time, I am a fan of Manchester United first. And I want to say to everyone that, while he's vastly talented and probably one of our most talented wingers after Mason Greenwood, I think it's basically one of those situations where he really has not delivered for Manchester United the way we saw him deliver at Dortmund before and recently on loan. And I mean, on loan, he didn't score that many goals, but he was impactful for Dortmund, so I'm not going to take that away from him. But there are some reports coming in that Barcelona offered Manchester United forward will only consider, though, a loan, which is interesting. Barcelona in the market for a winger this summer, but exactly which market they're shopping in remains uncertain due to similar unknowns about their finances. Several months ago, it was reported that Manchester United Jadon Sancho could be an option for them, and he has been offered to the Blaugrana again. So say Catalan paper Sport, who explained that with Borussia Dortmund and Juventus both unwilling to meet United's 60 million demands for the Englishman, the Blaugrana have been given a chance to sign him again. Nevertheless, Barcelona would only contemplate a loan move for Sancho, who should give up on trying to sell him this summer, who United should give up on trying to sell this summer, instead hoping he can boost his stock again. But that's interesting and left to be seen. He was offered to the Blaugrana beforehand, but they did not show any interest. However, if by mid-July it becomes clear the main objectives out wide are out of reach and the Red Devils will consider a loan, the situation can change. His salary would, in theory, be larger than Barcelona would want to pay, but the players' camp have made it clear he would be willing to make a financial sacrifice in order to sign for the club. Hansi Flick is a fan of him, having faced him during his time at Bayern. Sancho is by no means the most natural fit for Barcelona, as he prefers to operate off the right, whereas Barcelona are looking for a left winger. Already, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal are competing for the spot on the right of attack. But if Barcelona do end up looking at Sancho, it's because things have not gone to plan elsewhere. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I don't like the idea of a loan. I think he should only be leaving if he's being sold. But you know what? If we need to get him out of the club and there's no other options, then I would definitely take it. Sancho is trying to go on a free. This is not going to happen, guys, especially not with Barada coming in. I'm telling you
I just
now,
hope,
Barada
of
is
course.
going to deal with this situation in a very, very clinical fashion. You will see what I'm talking about in a few weeks, guys. Bro, some of the reports, bro, they're kind of confusing, but we both know that when he goes to Barcelona, he's going to play on the left. He was at Dortmund playing off of the left, bro. You know what I mean? He played off of the left
Yeah,
in a couple of games for Dortmund, so that's where he was playing most of the
yeah.
games. So I think that's where he's going to play anyway. They're just trying to make it seem a little bit favorable to Barcelona because, it's a Spanish outlet. But let's move right along. There's a next story I want to bring to you guys, and this one is one of those things that was pretty interesting. Yesterday I was talking about a swap deal. There's a swap deal planned, and Juventus was offering us Chiesa for Mason Greenwood. But I want to bring this up to the table because I want to figure out where are United fans, where are our thoughts at, because we are keep being offered deals for players who supposedly supposed to be better and worth more than our player, and these clubs are offering them to us. Manchester United are planning a Greenwood plus cash for Victor Osimhen. Now I don't know what people's person was writing when they wrote this, but the actual information is that Napoli has contacted Manchester United and they're asking United if they're willing to make a swap deal plus cash. So it's not that United are in for this deal. This deal is being offered for Manchester United at the current moment. Let's get into the story really quickly. Manchester United are not in the best shape financially and more than a decade of disastrous decisions in the transfer market. Therefore, INEOS are planning a summer clearout which will ease the PSR concerns and also raise capital which can be used to recruit players. You know what? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just check something really, really quickly because I think I would be mad reading this article because the information I have is that we received the offer and this guy wrote on articles claiming that United is the team that's making the offer, which is totally inaccurate at the moment. So hold on. Let me see
Yeah,
if I the other article that I was reading this
go
morning,
for
guys.
it, go for it,
Just 2 minutes.
go for it, go for it.
About that.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Stephanie Griffith says, "How much do Napoli pay us?"
Bro, I don't even
No,
know it, but bro, when I saw that this morning, bro, I was like, this is insane. Like, why are these clubs offering their best players for this guy? And
I know.
knowing this, Why are we trying to sell this guy? You know what I mean?
Bro,
All
I'm
right, all right. I'm
bro.
gonna just read this article quick, and I'll bring up the article about Lazio one time. So since it's there, so Mason Greenwood earmarked for departure by with multiple Serie A and La Liga clubs are chasing his signature. His sale could only be key to the Red Devils' planned approach for long-term target Victor Osimhen. The Nigeria was touted as a genuine target last summer. Only Napoli to decide not to sell. However, the 25-year-old's release clause stands at 120 million euros after contract renewal last year. Arsenal, Chelsea were also interested in at one stage, but seem to have moved on to targets. But Old Trafford side continue to lurk with intent. United could use Greenwood plus cash to bring Osimhen to the theatre of dreams. The 20-time English League champions are set to value Greenwood at. This isn't accurate because we value Greenwood at £45 million. This is saying 35, but okay. The Serie A champions are among many suitors for the United Academy graduate and would be willing to enter negotiations for a player plus cash deal with the English Giants. Napoli, who wouldn't mind a technical compensation to lower the cash and achieve a level capital gain, it's no mystery that sporting director Giovanni Mana likes Mason Greenwood. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm just going to leave that right there because I really, really don't understand why we're even considering these things, seeing that all of these clubs are chasing our target. I understand the situation, but if you want to win on the football pitch, you should want to have the player that every club wants to have. And when a club is offering their best player for this player, for me, it's almost a no-brainer onto why we should make a transfer U-turn and not sell this guy. Bro, there's no reason why we can't keep Greenwood. I don't know what you're talking about, right? Bro, you see this talk about no sponsor wants to deal with him? That's a fabrication, my brother. He's going to have a brand new sponsor in the next 6 weeks. I can tell you now. I'm just not going to tell you which brand it is because I already know. And when it happens, I'm going to be here back and I'm going to bring this comment up to you, Joe, and let you know you were wrong for this. You hear me? You shouldn't listen to the minority reports, bro, because the minority reports, they kind of try to slate things in such a way that some people even say Amad Diallo is better than this guy. This is why we should sell this guy. Understand what I'm saying? There's no way Juventus, who sold us Paul Pogba back for 90 million, is going to want to transfer and swap Chiesa, who they did not want to sell for 70 million last summer, to Chelsea, just to get this guy. Ask yourselves, guys, what is the biggest issue? Is it on the football pitch or is it on outside the field? Where are we going to win games? On the pitch or off the pitch? That's the important thing, bro. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's fine, bro. Like, but I won't say these things. Maybe they say this because Nike reportedly had dropped him, but Nike is already regretting this because they want him back and they can't because someone else has swooped in and he's getting a better deal. You will be hearing about this in a few weeks, guys, and trust me, I'm going to bring the information to you. Lazio have sent emissaries to Manchester United to discuss Mason Greenwood. The Italian side, Lazio, has reportedly sent emissaries to Manchester to pursue an agreement on a deal for Manchester United's Mason Greenwood. The future of the 22-year-old is one of the hottest topics surrounding Old Trafford this summer, and it has become clear he has no future at the club, where he came through the youth ranks. After a wonderful loan spell at Getafe, it was assumed that his future would be in Spain with a number of La Liga giants following his progress with much interest. Nonetheless, there have been a series of rumors involving Italian clubs of late, such as Lazio and Juventus, who are said to be very interesting in sealing a deal for the striker. It was even relayed yesterday that United may be tempted to include Greenwood in a package for Napoli forward. In spite of this, Lazio may be on the side with the greatest interest of all in the Englishman, as the Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio has reported. Lazio are working on deals for Lazar Samardzic and Greenwood. Lazio have sent emissaries to Manchester United to deal with Greenwood, and with the winger leaving United and followed by the Bianca's club for some time. The Rome-based club originally trying to sign Greenwood last summer before he went to Getafe on loan. Lazio are also said to have made a £17 million bid for him, which was rejected as it falls short of United valuation, which I said is £45 million. Right? It has also been reported that the Italians are willing to include a second-choice goalkeeper, Christos Mandas, in a deal to convince the Red Devils. While this strategy is unlikely to work, they do seem the most interested club in forcing a move for the former academy star. What is clear is that the sale of Greenwood will do much to interest to assist United's PSR restrictions, and so fans will surely be hoping for a quick deal to unlock funds to allow the club to carry out numerous other transfers needed to start next season off with the best foot possible. But guys, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to
Yeah,
say. Big up to you, Madhouse. Big up, my brother. Big up. Big up to you. Big up to
I'm
you, DJ
just
Superfly, saying on the
I'm
pitch, keep him 100%. Kenny, what are your thoughts, bro?
I'll be honest with you. While I was actually reading that same report during my stream, I was very confused. But Lazio making the bid of 17 million pounds, that is absolutely taking an absolute piss. 17 million pounds. You've got to be kidding me. Like, he's worth more than that. But like, I don't see. But but like, if those clubs are trying to lowball against us, we might as well just keep Greenwood. Like, it's a no brainer. Oh, you're on a mute.
Bro, it's a no-brainer for real. You know what I mean? Now, yeah, I'm telling you, bro. This is what I am going to be upset about, bro. I don't know why people. Yeah, I don't know why, because we're going to sell this guy for chump change, and then next year we're going to hear 100 million. Some team sells him for to maybe Real Madrid or Paris Saint Germain or something, and we're going to be like, that could have been us. And then when he
Exactly.
wins a Ballon d'Or, we're going to be like, he was one of us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed or set in stone, but what I'm saying is, guys, is that we made this youth, we made him. He's one of our own. I mean, he made a grievous mistake, but he's receiving forgiveness from the one he transgressed against. Maybe we can forgive him as well. If
100%.
they can forgive him, so can we. I mean, he's not a career criminal. He's a footballer. He's a young guy. He was 19 when it happened. I mean, you can't condemn him for the
Yeah,
rest of his life, guys. But you know what? I'm just one fan. My opinion is just my own. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just trying to say, listen, if we want the best possible players in attack, he is one of our best players. He is probably the best attacker we have registered to Manchester United currently. And in talking about ceiling, talent, ability, and output, he is the best.
absolutely.
Exactly, bro. Bro. This stuff happened 3 years ago today. 3 years ago. It's
Yeah,
maddening, bro. It's maddening. You know what I mean? Can't carry this hate for too long, guys. We can't. We gotta learn to forgive and forget. You know what I mean? The world would be a better place if we all could forgive and forget. And last but not least, guys, there's some interesting developments coming through as United are set, to be, looking at this guy, a youngster. Well, I'm not sure how young he is actually, but I know that there have been recent reports in the last few days that United are looking to plan a shock move for this guy. He has not been one of our transfer targets, but this was happened when you start listening to the scouting staff. You understand? You know what I mean? When you have actual footballing people in charge that are listening to the actual scouting players, right? And Lucas Gorner Duat is attracting attention from AS Monaco, RB Leipzig, and Manchester United. And who is that? Well, after a season where Manchester suffered more than 50 separate cases of injury or illness, maintaining squad depth is something INEOS should have their eyes on. Midfield area was which suffered a result of all of these injuries, while poor form and age also caught up to two of their best performers from the preceding campaign, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. The Brazilian especially had a nightmare season as he struggled to adapt to Ten Hag's high transition style, as he simply does not have the legs to cover so much space in the middle of the park. Jim Ratcliffe is keen to move on the former Real Madrid superstar, but finding an adequate replacement has not been easy so far. The midfield report reinforcements: if the club decide not to keep Sofian Amrabat permanently, there might be a need to recruit more than one midfielder to compensate for that loss. INEOS plan is to try to acquire one top-class player while also adding a diamond in the rough, with someone with the potential to grow. And Red Bull Salzburg's Lucas Gorna Duarte fits the bill perfectly. Despite being only 20 years old, the defensive midfielder has already played over 100 senior games in his career, and including more than 10 in the Champions League. Guys, he's not so bad. He might be an interesting choice, guys. Look at his face. Look at him. He might be wearing our kit next season because the price might be right. According to GFNF, his impressive displays have alerted multiple clubs to his availability, including AS Monaco in France, RB Leipzig, and United, just to name a few. He is highly coveted. Lucas is attracting a lot of attention across Europe right now and is currently AS Monaco, who are in pole position. The Salzburg star is also attracting several English clubs as well as Big Brother of the Red Bull subsidiary. Monaco are resigned to losing the France international Youssef Fofana, incidentally a target for the Red Devils, and are eyeing the French under-21 international as a like-for-like replacement. Duarte has a market value of 9 million euros, which should not be a problem for 20-time English League champions. His current deal with Salzburg is valid until 2027, which gives them the advantage when it comes to negotiations. The midfielder is ranked in the top 1% among his peers in the Austrian Bundesliga for long passes and interceptions, as per Footmob, which shows he's ready for the step up. He can slowly start his adaptation to English football if the club can secure a more high-profile star. Whether United take the risk and jump for the midfield ace remains to be seen. And guys, this has been my last player that I'm going to present to you today. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Kenny, what do you think about this guy? 9 million, decent, promising potential. Would you go in for him? What do you think?
I'll be very honest. This is the first time I've literally heard of his name, so I will. It's very very unknown, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be very honest with you. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind anyone like unknown names that we have not actually heard of. At least, at least as long as he has his complete footballing attributes and literally everything, to be honest, and he has his own curiosity to come to this football club. I won't mind 100%, but like the guy you've just mentioned just now, I may have to look into deep analysis. I've not actually heard of his name. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Look at Rajat. Look what Rajat is asking. Rajat is
Oh,
asking
there you
for
go. Oh, California. Yes,
Calafiori as
yes.
well. You see,
There
I'm
you
telling
go.
you guys,
There
and
you
my
go.
buddy Meta TV said, don't trust my eyes. Well, everyone is trusting the stats as well because I gave the stats. Rajat, I spoke about Calafiori earlier.
Very
That
early on the
youngster
stream.
from Italy, he is the guy. He is the one. He is that special someone that we should be making our priority in defense. We should go get him today. I'm telling you guys, we should go get this guy today. I'm sorry about all the noise, guys. I have to keep the window open. I'm just gonna apologize one more time. The
That's
AC is
okay.
being serviced, so I can't have it on right now, and it's super hot right now in Germany. So it's a good day. Oh, finally that truck moved, bro. That was killing me earlier, bro. Big up to everyone coming in. Thank you so much for being here. You know what I
Big
mean?
up,
We're just
guys.
bringing you some of the information and some latest reports that might not be being picked up by some of the major YouTubers yet. But you know what, guys? It's interesting. Keep your eyes out for Calafiori because there was a report in Germany yesterday that the United scouts was there at the game last night looking at him,
Right.
right? So I'm not just saying this because I like him, but there was also reports in Germany that the Manchester United scouts were at the game. So maybe you might see something shocking happening. Maybe we go in for this guy. It's only 35 million pounds, and that's a guaranteed release clause. You get him out of Atalanta. We have a good relationship with the Bergamo outfit, so getting him in should be a good deal for us. There should be some willingness to do the deal. And you know what? We might be able to offer them a player like Hannibal, you know what I mean, to make things nice. Hannibal has been finding a lot of trouble. He hasn't been able to get any game time on his loan in Sevilla. Fell out with the manager, was set to sent to train by himself, banned from the actual training facilities with the rest of the team when they're at practice. So there's going to be a lot of fallout to deal with that. As we see, we're inching up very closely, 7 days away from July 1st. And you know, guys, on July 1st, it's all going to kick off. Trust me, the first week of July, we're probably going to hear at least 3 to 4 signings and maybe 4 to 5 exits. It's going to be
I hope
interesting.
so.
Stay tuned for that. Don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna be bringing all the updates here for you, even some updates that might not be the favorite ones and topics that everyone wants to talk about. I'm gonna bring everything I'm hearing to you guys because I think it's gonna be very interesting what we're doing in this window. It might not be some of those big names. We might just make drastic shifts to some other names and bring in more players with more potential and maybe one or two marquee signings. So guys, stay tuned for more as we bring the rest of the Euros coverage to you later on. Sachiv and the guys are going to be back at 5 p.m. UK time with the kickoff of the first doubleheader today. And then later on tonight, again, there's going to be a doubleheader at 9 p.m. I'll probably be joining
Exactly.
you guys for that one or just a bit late because I have class today. So you know what? Stay tuned for more. And guess what, guys? It's going to be getting hot. The transfer summer is here and it's going to be time. United are going to start to flex their muscle very soon, guys. I know you have been worried all time because it's been open for 3 weeks now. But the reports were that United weren't going to do any deals unless a really, really amazing opportunity came in. And I think that opportunity might be just João Neves, but I can't say for sure. But guarantee, guys, look out for from the first. There are going to be some signings coming in. It's going to be the start of the new fiscal year and the start of when United wants to spend. So keep your eyes out. It's going to be interesting. We'll catch you guys later. Big up to you, KennyFANtv, and big up to you, Rajat Valesi, for coming in. Big up to you, Berber. Big up to you, DJ Superfly. What's good? What's good, Joe Blackman? Hope you have a great one. Yeah, maybe forgive, but never forget 100. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Big up to you, Madhouse. Big up to you, Ivan. Hope you have a great day, guys. We'll be catching you guys a bit later on. And Stephanie, thank you so much for always being the MVP of the Man United space. Big up to you. 12 likes, guys. If you're coming in late, if you're in the non-live section, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. It helps the channels grow. And it will not only push me to the next possible viewer, but also to possibly another viewer. And it will help the community and everyone will be able to come in, give their opinions, have their say. And you know what? There's always the link pasted. So if you guys ever want to call in, you're free and welcome to. I'll bring you up to the stage. You don't even have to turn your camera on, guys. But if you want, just come in. Hope you have a great day and we'll be seeing you guys later. Peace out.
I'll
Thank you
see
so
you.
much for being here, guys.
Peace.
Don't forget to drop a like on your way out if you haven't before. And we'll be seeing you again very shortly.